Rachel Zegler, a rising star in Hollywood, is at the center of a whirlwind of controversy that threatens to derail her promising career. Reports have surfaced claiming she received an unprecedented standing ovation during her recent performance in Evita on London's West End, a moment that should have been a crowning achievement. However, instead of basking in the applause, Zegler reportedly broke down in tears on stage, overwhelmed not by joy but by the crushing weight of professional and personal turmoil. This emotional collapse, coupled with insider reports and leaked information, paints a picture of a young actress facing severe consequences for her role in the disastrous Snow White remake, a project that has left Disney reeling and Hollywood buzzing with speculation about her future. The Snow White remake, a high-stakes endeavor for Disney, was a financial catastrophe. The film, which cost an estimated $370 million to produce and market, grossed a mere $142.8 million worldwide, marking it as one of Disney's most significant box office failures in recent memory. The movie's poor performance was compounded by its abysmal critical reception, earning a 6 January 2010 rating on IMDb and a 20% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Much of the blame has been directed at Zegler, whose controversial statements during the film's promotional campaign alienated audiences and sparked heated debates. Her remarks, including calling the original Prince Charming a stalker and making politically charged comments about the Israel-Palestine conflict, created a firestorm of criticism that many believe contributed to the film's failure. During the promotion of Snow White, Zegler's outspokenness drew significant backlash. Her comments were seen by some as dismissive of the beloved 1937 animated classic, which holds a special place in Disney's legacy. Additionally, her political statements reportedly caused tension with co-star Gal Gadot, who played the evil queen. Leaked footage allegedly captures Gadot referring to Zegler as a woke clown and blaming her for the film's $250 million loss, claiming Zegler's activism, particularly around the events of October 7th, derailed the project. Gadot, who is Jewish, reportedly felt that Zegler's public statements put undue pressure on the cast and crew, exacerbating the film's negative reception. The tension between the two actresses was so severe that Disney reportedly hired additional security for Gadot due to threats she received following Zegler's posts. The fallout from Snow White extended beyond the box office. Disney, known for its meticulous brand management, was forced to take drastic measures to mitigate the damage. Internal reports suggest that the company employed social media managers to monitor Zegler's online activity around the clock, aiming to prevent further inflammatory posts. In a particularly telling incident, producer Mark Platt reportedly flew from Los Angeles to New York to personally address Zegler's behavior, reminding her of the high stakes involved in the project. His son later defended the decision, noting that Zegler's multi-million-dollar contract came with expectations of professionalism that she failed to meet by dragging her personal politics into the film's promotion. The financial impact of Snow White was staggering. The film opened to a disappointing $43 million domestically, with audience walkouts reported in theaters. Its second weekend saw a 66% drop in ticket sales, earning just $14.2 million and falling behind a smaller action film, A Hardworking Man, which outperformed it despite having fewer theaters and less marketing support. By March 30, 2025, the film's global box office stood at $142.8 million, far short of recouping its massive budget. Analysts estimate that Disney stands to lose over $100 million on the project, a loss so significant that it has prompted the company to reconsider its approach to live-action remakes. Zegler's personal struggles have only added fuel to the fire. Reports from the Evita production paint a troubling picture of her mental state. Theater staff claimed she was emotionally unstable throughout the run, frequently seeking her therapist, and even colliding with other actors on stage due to her distracted state. There were discussions about replacing her as the lead, a move that would have been a significant blow to her reputation. Outside the theater, Zegler faced harassment from fans, with some reportedly throwing objects like tomatoes at her during performances. The situation escalated to the point where she required bodyguards to navigate public spaces, a stark contrast to the confident persona she once projected. Despite the record-breaking standing ovation at her final Evita performance, Zegler's emotional breakdown on stage was a moment of vulnerability that shocked audiences. Witnesses described her sobbing uncontrollably, unable to fully embrace the applause. Some attributed this to the intense pressure she faced following the Snow White debacle, while others pointed to deeper personal struggles. Reports suggest that Zegler has been grappling with the backlash in therapy, constantly worried about the trajectory of her career. Her behavior on set has also come under scrutiny, with crew members and co-stars alleging that she has been rude and confrontational, lashing out at lighting technicians and others. This pattern of behavior has reportedly alienated even those who once supported her, further isolating her in an industry where relationships are critical. Disney's response to the situation has been severe. Insider sources claim the company has decided never to work with Zegler again, citing the irreparable damage she caused to the Disney brand. There are also rumors of legal action, with Disney reportedly preparing a case against Zegler for breach of contract and promotional sabotage. While unconfirmed, these reports suggest that the company is seeking to hold her accountable for the financial losses incurred by Snow White. In a surprising twist, there were initial rumors that Zegler was planning to sue Disney for $200 million, claiming defamation of character. However, these claims lack substantiation, and the prevailing narrative is that Disney is the one considering legal recourse. The ripple effects of Zegler's actions are evident in her diminishing prospects in Hollywood. Projects that once seemed within her reach have vanished. She was reportedly set to voice a character in Toy Story 5, but that role has been cut. Rumors of her starring in a new Pirates of the Caribbean film and a horror trilogy with Blumhouse Productions have also fizzled out. Most notably, Disney quietly canceled a planned live-action Tangled remake, in which Zegler was rumored to be the top choice for Rapunzel. These cancellations reflect a broader industry trend of distancing itself from Zegler, with studios wary of associating with an actress who has become a lightning rod for controversy. The commercial failure of Snow White extends beyond ticket sales. Disney's merchandise for the film, including dolls, t-shirts, and mugs, has failed to sell, with stores struggling to move inventory even months after the release. In a move that underscores the film's poor performance, Disney has reportedly begun pulling Snow White from shelves and streaming platforms, treating it as if it never existed. This erasure is a stark contrast to the company's usual efforts to maximize the longevity of its intellectual property. Adding insult to injury, the live-action Minecraft movie, released shortly after Snow White, outperformed it at the box office despite its simpler premise and lower budget. The success of a film about pixelated blocks and zombies, led by Jack Black, highlighted the extent of Snow White's failure, as audiences flocked to theaters for a lighter, less controversial experience. Zegler's response to the Snow White backlash has done little to help her case. In a now infamous social media post, she compared herself to the winged victory of Samothrace, a fragmented statue that still draws crowds. She expressed hope that, despite her flaws and cracks, audiences would continue to line up to see her work. This statement, intended as a defiant declaration of resilience, was widely perceived as delusional, with critics and fans alike mocking her for failing to acknowledge the reality of the film's failure. The post reinforced perceptions of Zegler as narcissistic, further damaging her public image. The question now is whether Zegler can recover from this career-defining disaster. Hollywood is notoriously unforgiving, and the mounting evidence suggests that her prospects are bleak. The loss of high-profile roles, combined with Disney's reported legal preparations, paints a grim picture. Yet her undeniable talent, showcased in her Evita performance, suggests that a comeback is not entirely impossible. The standing ovation she received, described as the longest in the history of the London Palladium, is a testament to her ability to captivate audiences when given the right platform. However, Zegler's path to redemption will require significant changes. Her reported confrontational behavior and obsession with controversy have alienated key industry players, and her mental health struggles indicate a need for personal healing. The pressure of being a young actress in the spotlight, coupled with the intense scrutiny of social media, has clearly taken a toll. If she is to salvage her career, she will need to navigate these challenges with greater care, focusing on roles that allow her to showcase her talent without inviting further controversy. The Snow White debacle serves as a cautionary tale for young actors navigating the complexities of Hollywood. Zegler's experience underscores the importance of balancing personal beliefs with professional responsibilities, particularly when working on high-profile projects with global audiences. Disney's aggressive response, from hiring social media monitors to contemplating legal action, highlights the lengths to which studios will go to protect their brand. For Zegler, the road ahead is uncertain, but the stakes could not be higher. Whether she can rise from the ashes of this controversy or become a footnote in Hollywood history remains to be seen.